Hey everyone, in this video we are going to finish our 3rd edition Gamma World character Oakie, which is a mutated oak tree. Now let me tell you something. He is really, or I should say it's really starting to grow on me. You know, you get it, plant and grow on me. Forget it. Welcome to RPG Elite, where we put the RP back into RPG, giving you tools, tips, and tutorials on how to make your RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. Thank you for joining me if this is your first time coming to the channel. And for my elites who are returning, what's up? It's always good to have you guys come on back. Just come on back. Well, today we are going to finish up that character, that 3rd edition Gamma World character. But I want to give you a little bit of an update on the channel itself. Now, if you saw my video on what to expect from RPG Elite in 2022, and if you didn't see that video, you can go right here and find it. And it's also going to be down in the description below as far as the link goes. I explained in that video a short history of how RPG Elite came about, and technically this channel has only really been around seriously since August 25th of last year. So from August 25th of last year to about the beginning of December, the channel was growing slowly but surely. Then I caught COVID and I was pretty much out for November. Then at the beginning of December, something happened. Even during the time that I had COVID, the channel kept growing. We hit 100 subscribers. And to me, that's a milestone. That's a big deal. It allowed me to actually change the YouTube channel to RPG Elite because it was formerly it was my name. I don't know how that happened, but I wanted it to be RPG Elite. So now it's RPG Elite. And that only can happen if you have 100 subscribers or more. So there was a little bit of a benefit of reaching that milestone. So I said, well, you know, we're going to do something, and I'm not sure once we reach 250, which is our next milestone. And I expected that to be around March or so, by the time that we had gotten there. Well, I was a little off, because in the last 28 days, this channel has grown 320% and has gained over 100 subscribers in that time. So I want to thank you guys, because you guys must be telling people. And of course, yeah, I'm doing some work behind the scenes trying to let people know about the channel. But I have a sneaking suspicion that you guys are letting people know about what's going on here. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are coming through and you still haven't decided whether or not you're going to be a subscriber, well, now is the time. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. And of course, if you like the content, if you keep coming back here, you gotta be liking something, then you gotta smash that like button. Smash that button. All right, now let's get rolling with our video and finish Oakie, our 3rd edition Gamma World character. Okay, so here we are on the other side, and I've gone ahead and placed the mutations where they need to be here. So you have your physical mutations here, you have your mental mutations here. And on the other side, I also did some other extra work, but as you can see here for 3rd edition, most of the things are pretty much the same. Now, I've already gone over this in the 2nd edition character creation for Gamma World that I've done before, but you can go right up to the top there, click that card, and it'll also be in the description below if you want to go back and look at that video. But let me run through these details just really quick. So range, of course, is the effective range of the mutation. The duration is how long it's going to last. The targets, now it doesn't say targets in the book, it says number, but I say targets because it just makes it a little bit easier to understand. The type is going to be conscious or subconscious, and the use is how many times it can be used or when it can be used. So as you can see here under use, it says For my one power, it's 1 per 24 hours. On the other one, it says it's constant, which means that it's always on. You can use it at any time. Now, the one thing that's different with 3rd edition Gamma World is that you have to roll for a mutation score. And I did that on the other side. As you can see, that's already filled in. Now, how you determine your mutation score is by rolling 3 die 6 and discarding the lowest one. And you have to remember, as I've said before, right here, the physical strength and your mental strength, they cannot be lower than your mutation score, your mental mutation for mental strength or your physical mutations for your physical strength. So you have to make sure that the threshold for those is high, which is, like I said before, that's why I put one at 12, one at 15. Now, obviously, the highest that you can have is 12. So I have high in both. And so you guys know that I didn't cheat and just randomly go ahead and put some numbers in there. I've got everything recorded right here and what I did. So here's my 11, 8, 8, and 10. And the 11 and 10 are pretty good scores. So I went ahead and I put my 10 in heightened intelligence, and I put my 11, my highest one, in the death field generation. This is such a cool power. The mutant can generate an anti-life field. It destroys all but 1 hit point of all creatures within range, a number of meters equal to the mutation score. So anyone within 11 meters, if you got a whole group of people in 11 meters, you can let loose. Oakie can let loose this death field, and it smacks everyone within range, friends included, and takes them down to 1 hit point. That is just a killer power. Now, let me go back here and goes. Now, all victims got to make an MS save to reduce the effect of the field so that only those lose half their hit points, which is still ridiculous. Their mutant is immune to this effect, but will be unable to perform any actions for 1d20 turns. I put terms instead of turns. After using the mutation. So there's the hit. But that is one of the coolest mutations in the game. So of course I put that at my highest score. And then my heightened intelligence, I put at a 10. Oakie, I don't know why it says immune there, is smarter and may add this score to their intelligence when trying to control things. And they also gain a +5 to their rolls when examining an item. I must have been doing this with dictation because it just spelled a whole bunch of things wrong. It's been a while since I did this, but okay. What we have with my heightened intelligence is that, hey, I got a pretty good heightened intelligence. It's on constantly, obviously, and it does. He's really smart. He actually is really smart for a mutated tree. The only problem we have is that we have no communication thing, but you know, the GM can either make it more difficult for you and a challenge for your RP skills by not giving you anything and you having to work something out, or he can just give you something where you are able to communicate. And I would fall as a GM in the first category. But anyway, so these are the 4 mutations that Oakie has acquired. Now we're going to get into an area that you didn't have in 1st or 2nd edition. That is talents. And I've already chosen one talent here for brawling, which makes sense given the fact that as a plant, he's going to get a bonus to grappling and things like that. So it just makes sense that he would get brawling. But I also have another one because you get as many talents as your, whatever your rank is, +1. So since he's first starting out, he has 1. And because he has another one, which I actually have already put together, but I actually haven't dragged it over where it needs to be. But it's plant identify. Go figure, right? He knows how to identify plants. Let me go ahead and let me pull up the kind of addendum which they forgot that had to add it to it. Again, the bane of 3rd edition Gamma World. So let me go ahead and let me pull up the skill list that they had, which I just think I just don't like it. Horrible. So let me do that. Okay, so here we have the talent list or talent chart, if that's what they want to call it. And I made a mistake just a second ago. I said that the amount of talents that you get is equal to your rank. It's not equal to your rank, it's equal to your actual tech level. So your tech level +1, not your rank +1. So I wanted to clear that up real quick. Now, as you can see, this is thrown together, really. I mean, can't you do it a little bit better? Can't we get some descriptions here? I mean, instead of just throwing together a list where there's just no thought was taken into it. It's just, okay, well, let's see if we can slam as many onto one sheet so it doesn't really cost us all that much, because it's going to cost us more if we have descriptions, really good descriptions and everything, and maybe a picture for some of them here and there and all the rest of that. Yeah, let's not do that, because that's going to take too much work and we've already messed up. I mean, that's the whole attitude that I get from this. But there are 69 talents here. Now, there is a difference between a skill and a talent, and they go ahead and they mention that up top here, and it says list of talents is available in the Gamma World game is provided, which it's right down here. So obviously they threw that together someplace else. Oh goodness, this was a hot mess when it was organized, I swear. GM may create others of his own, but should be careful that any talents created do not require training for further advanced nor intricate tools to perform, which is not a big deal if you know what you're doing. If a proposed talent does require either, then it is more likely a skill than a talent. And then now it goes into describing what the difference is between a skill and a talent. The difference between skills and talents is that for a skill to increase its score, the player must spend XP in a manner similar to raising an ability score. Talent scores increase whenever the character's rank increases. So there you have it, folks. The difference between the two. Most are going to be talents. Some will be skills. That is something that you probably should ask a player when they're making their character. Now, if we go back to Oakie, and I have to go here, and we look at the talent that I gave him of brawling, he actually gets 2 talents. He gets brawling and that plant identified because remember he's tech level 1, and then you get 1, so they kind of give you a freebie there. So with brawling, it is exactly as it says. It doubles your attack rank, but it's going to give you some plus to grappling and things like that as well. And then you have the plant identify, and let's pull that up. That says the mutant can identify different kinds of plants in the wild, which makes total sense, again, for him since he is a plant. This includes different kinds of NPC plant creatures that may be harmful to the group. The type, nature, and abilities of the plant may be ascertained with more information being revealed per result factor. If you're not sure what a result factor is, you can go ahead and go to my explanation of the ACT video. That'll let you know what a result factor is. Okay, so here we are. We have the weapons table, and I'm going to switch over to another one here in a second, but we're just going to do this table first because we're going to be looking at how to go ahead and equip him for his weapons. Now, I actually don't see him as aggressive. I don't see that. And again, when I'm making a character, I'm trying to, as we go through, trying to see, okay, what kind of, as I'm looking at all of the, the mutations and his talents and everything, I'm getting a picture, and I don't see Oakie as real aggressive. He really wouldn't be real aggressive. So, as I've looked at this weapons table here, and we're going to take a purist approach. Remember, we're taking a purist approach here, so no homebrew rules or anything like that, just for the sake of the video. So since he is only tech level 1, I'm going to go with a bola and a net and possibly a dagger. But before I go into that, let me pull up the equipment prices, because of course that makes all the difference in the world, because And I think we've only got, and I'll get to that in a second here. Right. These are the equipment prices. And let me pull this down. So let me see Ebola. Ebola, it looks like it costs 10. I know it's pretty blurry, but bear with me. So Ebola costs 10. A net, where are you at here? Okay, a net costs 10. And I'm looking at possibly maybe a couple daggers, but I'm not sure yet. So let me go down here and see how much did we have? Oh, he's got 70. Oh, well, he's got plenty. So let's do that. Let's give Oakie. Let's pull up some stuff here. And that's not gear. That's gear. That's weapons. Here we go. I'm going to give him Ebola. Give him that. Oh, why isn't that not working? That is not working. Can we give him a net? Okay, that's working. So something's wrong with the Ebola that I have to fix. And so he's got a net, a dagger. He's got a dagger, and I'm going to get 2 because they only cost 5 a piece. All right. I get 2 daggers, 1 net, and 1 bola. I'm probably going to get like 2 bolas. So 2 bolas, 2 daggers, and a net. These are not real aggressive weapons, right? And that's kind of how I see him, in not being very aggressive. So the next part is let's go to the other, and let me pull it up. So let's go and view our armor. And he can't do a whole lot here. He already has bark automatically. And I think that I just, again, don't see him wearing like studded leather or anything like that. I don't see it. So I will just give him what he naturally has, which doesn't cost him anything, which is bark. I'll give him that just because he's an oak tree. Bark. Armor reduction is 10. Everything is cool. And there we go. Okay. And last, well, it's not last, but close to last, is we're going to give him some gear here. And I'm going to pull over my PDF again right here, and we're going to go to the prices for equipment. And I went through this already. I really didn't see much for him. So I'm going to get him 3 things because most of the things that are on here are past the tech level 1. And the other things he just wouldn't need. He wouldn't need a backpack, wouldn't need beer, wouldn't need a bedroll. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give him 3 things as far as gear is concerned. One is going to be, going to have a leather sack. Put that over here. Have one of those. It's going to have a water skin just in case they're in some place and they don't have any water, gets dry, whatever. He just wants to make sure that he has that. And he's also going to have some rope, 50-foot long rope. And there's a couple details over here that you can see. So you have the weight, its value, and 50-foot long of rope. I'm going to go back and see how much I spent. So I could just take that off. So look here, go up, and just let's go in. Let's bring this down. So I got 2 bolas, which was 20. It's kind of expensive, actually. Then I got 2 bolas. That's 20. 2 daggers, which is 10. That's 30. And a net. That's 40. Wow. I spent that much? Because he only has 70. Remember, if you go up here, he only has 70. So just in weapons, he spent 40s. He only has 30 left. And the only other things that he got that's going to cost something is the leather sack, the rope, and the water skin. So let's go back and see how much that is going to cost him. Here, Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. So the leather sack is 2. Hey, that's good. And the water skin is 1. Oh, that's fantastic. And the rope is 1. Oh my goodness. So a total of 4 more. So let's put that down. Takes a total of 4 more off. So it means he has 26 of his money left. And of course, we have to change this once again because it just won't stay there because it wants to be difficult. All right, so there you have it. He's geared up. He's got his bark, which is natural. Leather sack, rope, water skin. All right, he is good to go. He is set except for one last thing. And that would be his hit points because it doesn't have any hit points. So how you do hit points here is that you roll for as many 6-sided die as is in your constitution. So Oakie has 14. So I'm going to go over here and we are going to roll this. 14 6-sided die. So we just put /roll 14d6. And let's see what he comes up with. 46. Yeah, there we go. So we're just gonna put 46 in there. See how that changed? Glitch, glitch, glitch. I'm gonna change it back just because I don't know. It just bothers me. That's not what it's supposed to be. But there you have it, folks. He is good to go as our character in Gamma World 3rd Edition. For some reason, I really like this character. And this is our 3rd character, right? And just to let you guys know, we're not just creating the characters. You'll be seeing these characters again because these characters we create in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th edition are the same characters we're going to use in our final session when we bring all of this together. So you'll be seeing them again, God willing. So, but I just like this one in particular. I don't know why, I just do. Again, I mean, I'm not saying this to put the pun out there twice, but I mean, he has grown on me. So I'm looking forward to see who will play him because obviously I'm going to be running the game, but I'm looking forward to see who will play Oakie. All right, folks, it is time for me to bounce on out of here. I still got more content to do. I've got extra content that I'm going to put up as well. I got a little special thing that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be on an off day though, so it won't be on a Tuesday or a Friday. It'll be probably in the middle of the week or something like that. It depends on when it's probably going to be in the middle of the week or maybe a Thursday, something like that. But I got an extra video that's going to be coming up pretty soon. It's going to be a short ditty. But so I got to get to work. I got to get to work, y'all. So you know your brother has got to. And until the next time I see ya, wouldn't wanna be ya. Happy gaming.